Hi guys, good evening. Just 1 second. Hi Ike, good evening. Hi Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. All right, okay, good. Hi Shri. Let me open investing.com. Hi Ashok Kumar, hi Shri, hi Prakash, hi Amy, hi Shrikant. Good evening, good evening. Hi Vikas, thank you Vikas. Hi Twindra, hi Sheesh, hi Anna. Hi Naisa, hi Raghu, good evening guys. So again, there's not much to do in terms of data analysis because there's so much uh, economic data which is coming tomorrow. Plus, uh, Fed Chair Powell will speak at 12 o'clock. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the index. We'll talk about. Can you all see my screen? Thank you, Kulwan Singh ji. Thank you very much. Hi, Suresh. So you can clearly see here that we have. Oh, they got a new tool. So they have at 8:30 these numbers. If jobless claims are high, then we might see some market pushing higher. Hi, Naval because he's speaking in some college. Right. I need to check that. I have not uh, checked that, but I need to also know what is the agenda. But tomorrow morning, this number of initial jobless claim is important. This, if comes at light, we should see some positive outlook in the market. Even today, let me just clear this. Today we had auction, bond auction. Bond auction had a good uh, price, and as a result, the market liked it, and it tried to bounce at that time at around 1 o'clock. Again, there's so much going on with really related to war, and there's so much going on with related to these economic data. So it becomes really, really hard for the market to figure out. So today, my focus will be probably a couple of stocks, and one of the stocks which we did on Sunday, Netflix, which I was pretty sure will do a Morningstar, did really, really well today. So Morningstar breakout 390 was the target, 398 hit. So that's good. But let me just check the bond prices. The bond prices are again like surging. 10-year, and if I go here and do a TLT or TNX, this TLT had made a low, and right now it's also uh, making newer lows. If you look right there, let me add one study here. DMI. If you see right here, it is making newer lows. DNX. 10-year yield is crossing highs and highs and highs. 50 maybe a psychological barrier. Plus it's coming towards like 50-51 is a 61.8 Fibonacci. I think if it gets rejected from here, uh, we should see some good cool off in the bond market. Bond market has been very aggressive, very hot in last few days. So it is going to be a little tricky how this market reacts further. But as of now, I'm starting from gold. The sell-off in bonds has substantially provided a great move in the gold. From 1800, it has tested about 1967, which is again a 61.8 Fibonacci area. This is hard area to cross. Now, it may try to make an attempt of inverted head and shoulders. Quite possible. If that happens, we should break out right up there. So gold, I think has some legs still, even after moving almost $140. I really wanted to do a back test at around 1929, 1930 area. If we do that, that should be a good area to accumulate. But right now it is stretched, so a little cool off will be a little, I would say, a better. Okay. Then let's look at ES. Oh, crude. Crude has bounced and now it's trying to hold this area of 12 and 34. It's holding. Again, it has bounced so much in the last 2-3 days. It went from 95 all the way back to 81, and now it is bouncing again. So now this is a good example if you want to do a retracements. Because now we have started from the top, we have come down, and while bouncing, we want to see where are the possible areas of resistance or support. So you will find that I'm just going to cancel the extension, and you will find that around 38%, which is 8%, it's kind of accumulating 86.66. If we lose this, it will be back to 84.50, and that will provide some tailwind to the stock market. Because right now, crude, gold, bond, they are all acting as headwinds to the equity market. And as a result, every single push has been sold. So if I am watching carefully that 86.65 area. If crude loses, it can actually start the downsize. Then let's go to our important scans. So inside day, see the market is getting so tight, everything is coming into inside days. There's 28 of them. In between, hi Kamal, hi Preet, hi Bala, hi Tatresh, hi Reddy, hi Tarish, Adi, hi Manu. Thank you guys. So if you see, Apple is inside day, Lily is inside day, Oracle is inside day, AMAT, QCOM, Crowd is relentless. From 160s, it is right now at 189, which is extremely good. LMT is there, MU is there. So in my case, I have Apple, which is inside day. So I'm going to mark ID for now. I do want to include LLY, Lily, or QCOM. Do I have QCOM? Ugh, no. Hi, Mayor. Hi, Vishal. Good evening. I do not have QCOM. I'll make a note on Q. Let's look at any bearish candle patterns. Like again, I don't want to do so many tickers tonight because the numbers coming in the morning can change everything. Okay, so there's not much. So let's do ES first. And again, uh, if you have a different, see right now it's making a evening star. We went from 4220-ish area, we went higher, and now it was a dodgy. Today the dodgy failed 4395, which was the resistance. I was looking at 4370, 4365, which was a 12 EMA. We lost that, and now we are well below that area. Okay. Now this does not give me a confidence. This is telling me like if I clear this, right? If I clear this and try to make a direction like this, this is a bull flag, okay, which should usually go in this direction. So if it does not make a newer low tonight, start to bounce, we need to clear this 4365. If we can clear 4365, I think this evening star will not work out. Otherwise, I'm looking at around 4277, which is an again area of good support, which is 61.8 Fibonacci area. This is the last thing which, if you are a bull, you want to see. Like in any situation, in any situation, we should not make newer low tonight. If we consolidate, if we hold this overnight, and in the morning, if we are able to like 4330, if we hold this number overnight, it should be good. We can do a back test. Netflix numbers were good. Growth was good. Nobody expected that. It can push some positive momentum into the tech companies. On the contrary, Tesla, everyone expected it to be bad and it was bad. There's no other opinion on Tesla. So Tesla is going to struggle, but Netflix will push momentum because it shows consumer sentiment that yes, consumer is still strong. They are trying to increase the prices. So that will also have a reflection that yes, consumer is willing to pay higher. And the 8.4 million growth in the new user, it means that yes, company is on track to attract more and more people. So all constitutes that it is a good consumer sentiment. Consumer sentiment is everything. If consumer sentiment is bad, then market will struggle. Right now, the consumer sentiment is extremely solid, and that's why market is struggling because market and Fed wants that consumer sentiment cool off a little so that the impact of the higher inflation cools down because higher consumer spending will keep the prices of the everything higher. Lower consumer spending will reduce the prices because then there will be less demand. Right now, that demand is strong. So again, if you are a trader, if you do not want to trade this market, it's totally fine. There's no need to rush into this market. If you want to just close your screen and don't look at for next couple of days until this war news or the speaker thing is clarified, it's totally fine. It is only going to chop, chop, and chop. It is going to give the big moves only in the after hours, and that will not be able to catch. So either you will get impatient and start to jump into wrong stocks and end up losing, or you will simply like lose your premium on the options if you're doing the options. So let's also look at the book map for ES. Again, I'm not doing any sheet tonight because, as I said, it's the numbers which are coming in the morning will have impact on the sheet. Why it gets changed every single time? I have to add and modify everything again. So anybody who has not done book maps, uh, you can see how I'm going to do the book map. These are configurations in which I am going to add candlesticks. I'm going to add VWAP. I'm going to go to candlesticks. I want to display VWAP cumulative one. I want to split buyers and sellers. And session start at 8 p.m. EDT. Yep, this is good. Heat map is fine. Market large lot tracker is fine. Order imbalance. Good. VWAP we have already added. Volume bar solid. Volume dots good. Volume imbalance good. So this is all good. I'm gonna bring it here. Also, I'm gonna change bigger column. So I want to do a split display. And those, I want to add one column here. I'm going to configure columns. Those, I'm going to add that column, and I'm going to change this to time in sales. This is time in sales, and this is my order. Yep. So all in all, this is what I should see. Now you can clearly see right here that the resistance or the support is coming around 43.30. So anybody who did not know how to configure, you can configure the way I just did. 43.30 is a good area, really good area of support. And if we have to find resistance, it's around 43.90. Okay. So there is some support. We should not lose 43.30 overnight. If we do that, then things will be bad. Just remember, 43.30 will lead to 42.95, 42.75, which will break everything. So if I am a trader, I want to make sure that yes, if I lose 43.30, I should not be in any of the longer side trades. I should not be buying anything. Instead, I should be focused on shorting. 43.30, good solid support. Once we lose 43.30, it's 4300. Otherwise, there are clusters. And 42, 4300, we have good support. And even on the right side, you will see that yes, there are some substantial action points here. Where we have, if we expand this, there are buyers. If I break it down further, you will see the buyers there. 216 at around 43.30, which is a good solid area. So all in all, if you are ES trader, you want to make sure that we do not make a new low. If we make a new low, then we need to be careful with any of the long positions. In terms of high Nishi candles, this has a flat top currently, and flat top is negative. So unless and until we clear this thing in the morning, it is going to be tough for market to hold. And this is like the last area of support. If we make a new low, then we are losing this support, and then it will become bad for the people who are trying long. Now, if again, there is a very big if, this was a support which we had previously. Okay, we at the end of the day, we tried to push back to 43.50. This was the gap which was created and which was filled. Now, this 43.50, we are close right there, and now we are around 14 points below that. So 43.25, 43.30, which was the previous gap and provide some really good support. This should be held solidly. If we lose, things will be bad. So, and on the top side, like bottom side, we have discussed that yes, if we lose 43.30, we should be looking at 4300 and then 4275-ish. If we clear 43.65, we will be heading towards 43.95. And let me also check if we have any flow of SPY for tomorrow. That's ES SPY. So there's 428 put, which has been sold at 414. There is a spread which was done of 1000 lots. 450 put were added and 475 put were also added. That's weird. One leg should be sold to buy the other leg. It's like a 2 million trade which happened 475 to 450. Usually in this case, we try to sell the far leg because everything is in the money. It's about $25. So we want to make money by selling this. This should be a credit spread. Let me just point this out. This should be a credit spread, credit call spread. So this is a calendar credit spread. They're trying to add this and sell this. Weird. Then let's move down. I'm looking at some heavy volume. Wow, 20 millions. So 445 put is sold at expiring this week, is sold at 14. No, it's a massive trade. This is a massive trade. This person is going to make money. It's 15,000. Wow. 15,000 and 15,000. 7,500 and 7,500. So 41 is added and 45 is sold. It means somebody wants the market to go higher, and that person has done 15,000 put sell option. This is some crazy number. Like 430 is right now, it's selling 445. That's like insanity. If it pushes up, this person will make $3 on this. And if it moves from 443 and 442, this person will make some 80 cents. So the loss here is pretty limited, but gain is substantial. Again, these are like massive $20 million. Then we have the same set of things. 10,000 lots. And this is 5,000, 5,000. Again, a spread which I like, option strategy, in which this person has bought 450 puts but sold 448 and 445. That's a little weird. Somebody is really positive for tomorrow. These are some massive, massive, massive lot sizes. 10,000, 7,000, 15,000, and expiring this week. And this is much more than the open interest. So I'll be making a check on these for tomorrow and how this is operating. If like 450 is about 5% from here, 445, 4%. Wow. I'm really, really surprised to see this kind of flows. Then again, let's go down. Puts are being sold for this is 406, where puts are 428, 426, 428, 426. Again, these are puts where somebody is selling them. So higher leg is sold, lower leg is bought. Higher leg is sold, lower leg is bought. Higher leg is sold, lower leg is bought. So all this is showing me that yes, uh, the people who are doing these options, they are really positive. This is one negative, but this is December, so it's too far. 436. Wow. 11,786 calls at 0.3 cents. This is really interesting. Again, this is another trade where I can see 420 lots are puts are being sold, 420 calls are being added. This is really crazy. Like somebody is getting really bullish on this market. Again, 410, 1,000 lots. These are again, and these are all after 4 o'clock. $390 puts are being sold, 1.3 million, 13,000. And again, 370 puts are being sold, 1.9 million. Wow. So guys, in my understanding, uh, I think somebody is really bullish on the market for this week from here. This is some seriously big money, which is right there. Again, at 4 o'clock, we had calls, which are coming. If we are able to hold, I don't know what you're saying, Milind, or you. If you're making money, you are making money. You're not paying me for anything. So I'm just sharing my views. If you have any issue, don't come here. That's simple. Let's go to NQ and let's check at NQ is doing. NQ has a really solid support at around 15,000. This is the long-term trend line, which NQ has been holding. So 15,000, if we are losing it, then it's trouble. Even today, we broke 15,000 for a moment, but then we bounced and closed around 15,025. So right now we are at an important juncture. Positivity will come once we cross 15,140. If we lose 15,000, 14,850 is our next target. This will be our next target, 14,850. For positivity to come back into the market, we need to cross 15,140, which is the Fibonacci area. In this, we should not make new low. 15,000 is a solid support area. If we lose 15,000, then things will get really bad for the market. If they hold it, I think we can test 15,140. I think with the amount of those puts which are being sold, I believe that tomorrow's numbers will be really, really on a higher end for claims. If those numbers are higher, that will push uh, this market into a positive territory. If you go back and look for tomorrow, we have jobless claim. If we have jobless claims more than 250, 240, market will simply start to run. This means that yes, the impact is getting felt finally. So this is about NQ and yes. Again, I'm not doing any sheet. I'm just sharing every level with you because this market is not clear. Uh, Apple is actually making inverted head and shoulders. So last time I thought that it will come down to 177 and get ready. It's, I think, getting ready. It's around 176. If it crosses, even after some bad numbers, I don't know, somehow, and like same thing with Netflix. Netflix had a morning star. This is setting up for a head and shoulders going into the next week's inverted head and shoulders, which looks positive. So I really don't know how Apple will be able to manage, but they're going to make money somehow, some way, and they're going to beat. That's what is being shown here in terms of charts. It's an inside day as well. So it's right in between. Again, dodgy at the bottom, did not make a new low. The market made a new low. Apple did not make a new low, which is positive sign. So Apple looks positive. If we hold this area, I think above 177, it will break out. Do you use Prakash? Netflix can really go higher. Like 391 to 94 was my target. I mentioned this on the uh, Sunday session I had, 3 hour long session. And yes, it's a morning star which is setting up 348 should be held. It closed around that area. 394 is now a resistance. I would say 385. If it holds 385, it will be a big, massive gap which it will create. But looking at the momentum in the market, I think every dip in the Netflix should be bought for the next few days. Bookmap is $39 per month. It's up to you how you want to use it. Uh, then I think Microsoft was also looking good. Microsoft is holding this 12 EMA. It's not losing. So if you look at the Microsoft is making a W. Because I have no response to that. I've told million times not to sell options. One bad trade can be really bad. So Microsoft is making a W. Any dip on Microsoft should be bought. 327, 328 is going to be really, really solid. And, Meta, or let's do Amazon. Amazon, because Netflix has done good, Amazon will get a pump from that. If Amazon crosses 130, that will be a good push. Amazon has earnings next week, so Amazon, if it holds this area, let me just check on high. Can you see what is showing on the daily candles? It's showing flat top. So if you want to try Amazon, only try above 130. Otherwise, you will struggle on Amazon. Then I really want to show you Nvidia. Nvidia, we mentioned head and shoulders at 473. It's almost clear now. Head and shoulders, you can clearly see this. It's ready. It just needs to break down. Once it starts to break down, it will fill all the gaps. So Nvidia is really weak. Last few times it has bounced from here. So if it does not, expect at least 60 points. The gap it had from the earnings 2 quarters back. So I'm going to return back to the normal candle. So this gap will be 365 is my target. If we lose this tomorrow, 365 will be really an area to check. Tesla is going to be bad. See, Microsoft is strong. Apple is strong. If they both provide good strength, then index will move. Netflix will provide momentum to Amazon because it's a consumer thing. Amazon, Google, Meta will get a push, positive push from Netflix. Now Tesla is below 236. If it doesn't hold 236, I think it will come down towards 225, 226. BA, fuck BA, man. It's like I'm sick and tired of BA. Everything is bad about BA, but in the last 2-3 days, it has shown resilience, but it's not able to cross 12 EMA. And you see, it has only back tested 12 EMA and then the evening star. And this evening star was clear. Boom, and then right now we are there. So these are hammers which are happening. We need to clear 190 on the closing basis. If we can do that, things will change. Otherwise, it can linger on. It can linger on for a long time because the 12 and 34 are widespread for now. They need to combine and hold. Only then BA will move. Otherwise, remove it from your watch list. BA, Baba is double BA. Just remember that. BA is one fuck, Baba is double fuck. Right now, market is trying to lose, but it's the 56,000 volume. Let's look at MNDY. I have to draw everything on this. So I'll start from a regression channel right from 78 to current. We'll do an extend to the right and now also make some Fibonacci extensions. MNDY Monday.com. It needs to cross 145, otherwise it is at a very important support. If it loses this 137 area, MNDY, it will break down. It will do massive breakdown. LMT, LMT should be good. LMT is holding this 437, 438 area. And I think with the guidance they are showing, and if tech is getting a beat, MND, oh, not MND, LMT should, it's an inside day. If 438 is hold, you should see 454 and 470. Mihir was asking about GD, channel dynamics. It's an evening star. It's a clear evening star. So you can look out for 235 and then the gap. It's an evening star, 100% evening star. AMD. Roku got murdered. Roku got butchered today. AMD is inside day, like again, AMD is setting up for inverted head and shoulders. It needs to bounce here. It needs to bounce. That 11130 number is so massive. It has not allowed it to cross this area once it has lost it. So it's going to be tough for AMD, inverted head and shoulders. Roku. Roku has lost this good support. It was M. Now it's right there. It should hold this area of 62, 61. And I think Netflix earnings will provide support there. So if it holds there, we should see a back test of 68. Guys, let me do one thing. Let me ask you to join in between. I'll share the Zoom link. Yeah, if I have to do everything, then what's the point? I was trying to avoid everything because market is dependent on tomorrow's number. Bala, I'm not doing LHX. Join, share your screen. I'm just covering to cover Baidu and Meta. Baidu has made a mess. It's a massive breakdown. Let me just check what's happening with Baidu in Chinese market. Weibo. Baidu is supposed to be at 112. Right now, Baidu is opening at around 108 in Chinese market. So 2% more down. That's really bad. So expect this around 110 open tomorrow. Baidu is bad. Adi, in this environment, PanW, Crowd, all these stocks in Zscaler, they will not come down. They will just go on and on and on. We mentioned around 230 that once it holds 230, it will bounce at 248 and then 292. It's going towards that. There's so many only one person has joined. Yes, ready. You can speak. You can unmute and you can speak. You don't want to speak? Okay. They are like back to back. This is holding. Even if it loses something, it will come down and test it before it goes further higher. So as of now, it's holding really well. PanW. The same structure with crowd and everything. They are holding really well. Uh, yes, Manu Mishra. You want to speak? No, nobody wants to speak. Meta. Let's go and check Meta. So as I said, Meta tested the 12 EMA today. Meta will get some support from Netflix consumer sentiment because Netflix will show the consumer sentiment is strong. They can still bear a price hike. Plus, it shows that yes, ads are working for Netflix. Ad is the revenue for Facebook as well as Google and Amazon as well. So all these companies will get some push. Maybe it will fill the gap. Baidu, I don't know. Like Chinese stocks were supposed to get some really good push from the market, but this is like there are gaps at 97, gaps at 102. Those needs to be filled. But this is a totally broken chart for Baidu. Guys, do you want to speak something? Who has joined call?
Pretty much novel by the spy put flow which you've seen. That is amazing, actually. It is. Uh, we have seen that the collar as well, the JP Morgan collar. So there, it may be just for this week among all the sentiment, but there may be a big spike up to the upside. A lot of charts are coinciding with that, so that's a very good eye on their side. That's good.
Yeah, let's wait and watch. Tomorrow we'll have much more clarity on that because reading these flows are very difficult. Let's look at Apple. Look at Apple's call. Like 192 calls are even being bought. There are 4 cents for next week. And right now Apple is 177. 185 calls. 175 puts are being sold. These are all sold. And these are like at the end of the day. And these are like aggressively sold.
Yep.
So if Microsoft is not going down, Apple is not going down, market should hold. That's the logical sense.
Makes sense. Yep.
Look,
That's a,
190 put and 185 put.
even if you see on Tesla's flow, there are a lot of sold puts at 450. That's for January, and the
Tesla calls 220 puts are sold on Tesla that I saw. There is a calendar spread, December and January put. There is a sweep of 500. This is a long single trade, 26.9. This guy will make some money tomorrow. He is sold.
oh, he has sold it. Okay.
Yes. Sold. Again, 310 call. again sold for $61, 1 million. So Tesla is weak. Tesla is really weak. Now, where Tesla can find some support, that is going to be interesting.
Yeah. On the earnings call, Elon was not interested at all,
He
actually.
always does that. So if you are expecting too much from him, then it's your mistake.
You must have bought puts from, you must have found
I
a
don't
way.
trade Tesla earnings. Never.
Yeah.
It only kills premium on both sides.
Yep.
So I'm more inclined towards Apple and Microsoft. Let's look at Microsoft. This is at 354, 330 put. This is bought and this is sold. So somebody is bang negative on Microsoft.
There was only one bad news for Microsoft. That was the big tax due, liability due, about $28 billion.
That's not a big, because they're fighting for it. So it's not a bad news.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, good news is that OpenAI, they're trying to sell for about 81 million
Oh,
billion
wonderful.
dollars. So Microsoft has
Oh,
10% of it. So they should get around $8 billion.
awesome. And then they had a recent tie-up with Amazon. Amazon is going to use Microsoft services, and they had a 1 year,
Yes.
$1 billion deal or something with Amazon.
$3 billion deal.
Oh, 3 billion. Wonderful.
See, these are all 365 puts are being sold. Again, I don't know what's happening, but these are some massive dollar amounts. Let me check Amazon. Like I really don't know what are these trades, like what they want to achieve from this. They're trying to add 165 puts, $37, and they're trying to reduce the price. Are they trying to delta hedge it? Because they're going to lose this money if stock goes up. Maybe there's a, let me just check if there's a dark pool at the same time. 348. No, there's no dark pool. Bearish flow. Nvidia 195 billion. No, not great. But Apple is solid for now. Apple is solid. Apple looks better. Let's look at the bloody VA. It's maybe like so many block deals. I don't know what's happening with block deals or something. Like usually you don't see this kind of money
Yep,
coming into
millions.
VA.
Exactly. It's all in millions and millions. That's
And these
huge.
are
And
non-stop.
maybe, I mean, the best cases of rate cut announcement. That's the best what they
See,
can do.
rate cut, when rate cut will happen, market will go down.
Ah,
Because rate cuts are always happen when the economy is weak. Rate hikes are done when the economy is strong. Nvidia calls are, in the last few minutes, there were calls which were sold for this week.
I think that was because of the LRCX or something. The Lanham,
No,
the other.
LRCX doesn't work with Nvidia. Nvidia is different with an LRCX. There's a big flow of this one. 1,000, 490, 480, 485. This is a butterfly. 1,000, 1,000. and 1000. That's strange. It should be 2000 at least to round it up. Tom U Piano Zelda and telling us it's weak. Lol. Dude, I have no comments for you. 420 call is sold. This is interesting. 420 calls for December 1. Look at them. So we need to check what's happening with them in the morning.
Yeah.
Because the IV did not come down. The price has come down. 420, it's 32, 419, almost like 40 cents went up. We need to check this in the morning, what's happening with this trade for December 1. It covers the earning. There's a massive volume today. You just need to check what's happening with the open interest tomorrow.
Yep.
Again, it all depends on what's happening with that job number data. Right now, the futures are cracking. We are below 15,000 and below 4333.
Right. So can Nvidia's loss be anybody's gain when the chip import export to
No,
China?
Nvidia gained because it was the only single big leader.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like if you look at AMD high was 165. It is holding at around 100. Whereas Nvidia at the same time was around 200. Now it is still above 400.
Yep. Yep.
So there's no gain from uh, uh, LRCX is a different company. SMCI is just a service provider for all the data centers. So that's a different story. MU is a different story. Qualcomm is altogether different. It's a chip made for. So these are semis, but they make different type of
That's
chips.
true. Yep. Nobody can replace Nvidia's GPUs right now. So yeah, they have a.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I don't have anything else. I would like to see what's happening with these data numbers tomorrow morning. If 4330 is kind of managed hold, then we should be looking solid. And as per the flow, the bounce will be really good. If we break down, then I'll be surprised. If we break down below 4330, I would like to see which stock is pushing it down. Again, I'm trading very light. I'm not trading like even 1/10 of what I'm doing normally. So it doesn't matter. Once the things are clear, I'll jump back. But I'm just trading very light. So thanks for joining in tonight, guys. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
Thank you,
I'll
Nolan.
see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care.